But one of the biggest problems our city has is they want grocery stores. We don't have a grocery store, but they want one. Well, you can't get a grocery store unless you put more people in the city. So you have to grow the city in order to be able to bring enough people in here that's going to shop at the store. Otherwise, you get a small store in here, people go in, they buy their cereal for their kids, their milk for the morning, they might pick up one steak or one thing of chicken for supper. And then they go to Kroger, they go to Publix, they go somewhere else to go do their shopping and buy their groceries. So that little store never grows and never flourishes because it doesn't have enough people to come in and support it. And that's what the community doesn't understand a lot of times when they say, I don't really want the growth, but I want a store. I want a gas station. I want somebody to cut my hair in this town. We don't have a barber. I want somebody to do this. I want somebody to, you can't do that unless you put some infrastructure in here, put some people in here that are going to support those businesses.
Which takes a lot more than one person.
Yeah, it takes a lot. It takes a lot. And it takes a lot of time. So you can't grow it all at one time. It's going to take you a little bit of time.
Okay, so there's kind of a chicken or the egg type of situation here. What do you put first? A bunch of apartment complex or other houses and stuff, to get more people, and then a grocery store?
Well, so your question is, do you want the people before the grocery store? And the answer is an investor is not going to come put a grocery store in your neighborhood without the people. So okay. I'm not going to go invest any of my money in your neighborhood that has no people in it and put something in it. It's like you want me to put a movie theater and people in a little city with 7,000 people. I'm not putting a movie theater. I'm not going to make any money. And everybody says, well, you're just greedy. I'm not greedy at all, but I invest money to make money. Investors invest to make money. They don't invest to break even. If you do, then you're just a philanthropist.
Right.
You want to help people and you want to give everything you got away to do that right there. And there's nothing wrong with that right there. There's a lot of people that are like that. There's a lot of people that's got billions of dollars that can go out there and help people like that. I don't have that kind of money. I mean, we get by. And that's it. I mean, we could probably make real good money if I would quit developing and quit building, but because of what I do, I spend everything I make, I reinvest it back into my real estate portfolio.
Right.
And we roll it and roll it and roll it and roll it. Now, we may stop that one day, just not yet.
Okay, so then how do you get more people?
Well, so we live in a town 20 miles, 15 miles from Nashville. This is a bedroom community. So a bedroom community is a community that people go to sleep. The people in this community choose not to live downtown Nashville. Maybe the people in this community can't afford to live downtown Nashville. Maybe the people in this community want their kids to go to a better school, so they're not going to go to the inner city schools downtown Nashville. There's hundreds of reasons why somebody may choose to live in a rural area over a city. So we call that a bedroom community because they come here to sleep. They come here to let their kids go to school, and they just want a quiet life. They don't want the hustle and the bustle of everything else. But that guy or that lady is going to leave that house and they're going to go to a different city to work in. So if you're in a bedroom community, that's what you have. You may not have a ton of amenities in that community. But if you don't build the rooftops, what is going to fuel the growth of a city is taxes. So if the city doesn't get taxes, then the city can't put sidewalks in. You'll notice when you come up and down our road, we don't have sidewalks in our city. And we don't have sidewalks because they've finally been approved, but they don't have the funding for them yet. But not having sidewalks, people riding their bikes on the street, people walking down the street, you're always having to watch out for somebody. But the sidewalks have to go in at the expense of the city, which they're getting off of the taxpayers. So the taxpayers pay X amount of taxes for their housing, they pay X amount of sales tax from the couple of gas stations we have, and that's really about all we have here, that brings in tax revenue to our city. Our city gets a portion of the sales tax. So with that being the base of it, with the sales tax and the roof tax, what they're getting from the houses and a little bit from any businesses that are in here, like our business, we pay a certain amount of tax. But with that being said, that's all they get and that's all they have to work with. So in order to make more money, to be able to do more stuff and add more amenities to the city, at a park, at a maybe a frisbee place where they can go throw their frisbees at golf, frisbee golf.
More people spending more money on at our local places. So that's why it's
that's
local
the only
business.
Way to grow it. That's
local
the only
businesses.
Way to grow it. Yeah, I mean you can go. I mean we can get grant money sometimes, and then you got the federal government giving you money to help supplement a bill like the library. The library was supplemented with some federal grant money. We got a community center that was supplemented. We got other things that were supplemented. I mean, there's other money out there that they can go after and try and get. But the city needs to stand on its own. I mean, we can't, this world, this country cannot depend on our federal government to save us because the federal government doesn't make any money. The federal government steals money from me, steals money from you, steals money from every other American in this country that works, and they give it to other people. And for one, I don't care for that. I don't even care for that in my own city. If we can't build in our own city, we shouldn't have it. Now, my city officials would not agree with that right there, but that's just my opinion. I think that, if I don't go to work and I don't make some money to buy some groceries, I don't eat. That's just the way the world is. If I don't make enough money to pay my house, I don't have a house no more.
Right.
That's just life.
So with bigger companies like Kroger or other national companies, they have a business here. How much of the taxes that they accumulate from our local area go to the city as opposed to the government?
So what the city gets is a percentage of the sales tax. And I don't know the number off the top of my head. They get a percentage of the sales tax, and then they're gonna get, if it's a Kroger, then they may get a couple $100,000 a year in property taxes. So they'll get money for property taxes. I mean, they get money, and that is it.
Kroger pays the city with property taxes.
Yes, the city's gonna charge them a percentage, same as you pay property taxes where you are. I got houses around here. I pay property taxes every year on every single house. Now the largest portion of that right there goes to the schools. So the schools take most of that money on your property taxes. But that's what funds the schools. Otherwise they can't educate the kids.
Having the Kroger as opposed to a local business, would they make more money with the local business? Yes.
They're gonna make more money with the Kroger.
They're gonna make more money with the
So let's say Kroger comes in, and let's say they have 2,000 people go through their store on a weekend. All 2,000 people is buying groceries. All 2,000 people is paying taxes. Those people are driving through our city. If their cars are low, maybe they're going to Kroger and getting their fuel. So now they're buying local fuel, paying local highway taxes, local city taxes, sales taxes on the fuel. They're paying for that right there also. And then maybe they stop and we only have one restaurant in our city. It's a Mexican restaurant. So they all go to a Mexican restaurant and they eat. Now the Mexican restaurant is collecting sales tax that they're paying to the city also, and they're helping that business thrive. I mean, it's a rolling effect when you bring people in here. Same thing with the apartment complex. You bring a 60-unit apartment complex like we're looking at right here. That brings, roughly 120 people in here, maybe a little bit more than that right there, that's coming into our city. They're buying their kids snacks at the store when they stop to get gas. They're buying at the restaurants. They're buying different things in our community. So that money goes back into the community.
Mm-hmm. So all of these taxes that are collected and given to the city, how they use it, is that public knowledge?
Yes.
There is actual transaction, not just them saying that they did it.
Well, the city gets a budget. They sit down and they'll spend a weekend every year or a couple weeks, and they get the budget down, and then it's approved, and that's how much money they're projecting they're going to take in this year, and it is fine tuned in.
And what they're going
Now
to use
it is not the federal government where they print $1 billion and you know where 100,000 of that billion went, and the rest of it you don't know.
Right.
This is small town politics. All the money that comes in, they have a place to put it already, plus some.
Mm-hmm.
But it is tracked.
And that's viewable online. Like I could find the documents.
I don't know that you can find it online. You can definitely go to the city hall and request the information you want.
Okay.
You can.
What would that be called if I was to walk in and ask for like a lot of the projections?
Just ask for the budget.
A budget.
I'd like to know what the city's budget is this year.